What is going on, everybody? How's it going, everybody? I am Tyler. You guys know this. I'm here with my friend Elvina, my friend and client, but now she's flying away. She's flying. She's leaving the coop. She's going off on her own. And so we finish up our 16-week online program, and now she is flying the coop. She's waving at me. She's leaving us, right? You know how moms be momming. And at the end of the day, she saw some awesome results in the program, and so she is so kind to share these results with you guys. And yeah, so we're here to talk about that today. So I'm not gonna keep jabbering at you guys, but this is Elvina, and first and foremost, Elvina, like, what's your life like right now? Can you like tell everybody like what your life looks like on a day-to-day basis, or whatever you feel like sharing?
So yes, my name is Vina. I am a mother of 4 children. I live out in the country here in Iowa, which is your home state. Go Hawks.
Awesome.
I'm a teacher. I'm also a daycare provider. So I teach anywhere from ages about 18 months all the way to 6 years old, because I split my focus with the toddlers up into the big kids. And like I said, I'm a mother of 4. My children are 6.5 all the way down to 16 months. So I'm a pretty busy mom. Like you said, moms be momming. And
I gotta give you credit for that saying.
yes, I totally did. And right now, in this moment, we're just getting ready to harvest and live in that farm life. So
Well, that's a busy life. I mean, everything you just explained would be that'd be a lot of work for anybody. So I think that's awesome that you managed to juggle all that, really. And we've talked about that on numerous occasions, but that's amazing. So with that in mind, you got a lot going on. You were busy with life, and I guess the next question is, like, where were you, like, health and fitness wise, with all that going on in your life? What were you doing before we met and before we started the program?
well, before we met, I think the biggest thing for me was just being in that place. And if you're a parent, you understand, like, you're trying to survive the day, just trying to just pray and hope that from the hours whenever they wake up to whenever they go to sleep, you have the energy for it. And so before you and I met, that's kind of where I was just doing my job as a parent, doing my job as a teacher, my job as a wife, but really trying to find those moments of energy, just trying to perk myself up, and really not having that like internal energy, that strength, that physical strength to just keep me going throughout my day. I would just kind of mentally tell myself, I have to be here, I have to be present. And in that kind of mindset, I was able to just get along with my day. But even though, like, my body was like tired and just physically could not keep up, I think you just have this different kind of strength to make yourself keep going when you are a parent or you have a busy life. You can't stop. You just find those ways, those outlets, and sometimes they might not be very good. You might have an overload of the caffeine or, energy drinks, whatever people have to do. But before we had met, that's kind of where I was at. But by the time the end of the day happened, my kids were asleep. I wasn't having to help around the farm. I was definitely, like, drained. I just lie in my bed, knowing even though I should probably go to sleep, it was my time of peace. So I just wanted to, like, watch TV or something. And then that's when, like, the snacking and all of that stuff happens. Cause, I tend to be like an emotional eater. We've talked about that during our journey. So, and with that, sometimes when you're stressed or bored, you just tend to start reaching or playing magic fridge, hoping that things come and get replenished in your fridge, even though you've opened it a million times and nothing's changed. So
that happens. So needless to say, you were doing a lot, and you were kind of going in a hamster wheel of just, like, trying to make it through your day.
yes.
So you didn't really have time to do much exercise or do much of anything as far as health and fitness. So what do you think, I mean, with that in mind, what strategies did we use that you felt helped you the most, kind of to follow our program because you do have a lot going on and you were dealing with the same life that you had before the program in the program. So what strategies do you feel like helped you to stay on track with the program and see the results that you did?
Sure. Well, the very first thing that I told myself in doing this, and if I was going to do this, this would have to be something I need to put a time on for just myself. And in in my mindset, in just who I am as a person, doing something for myself, that was hard in itself. So when I finally got the courage and taking the plunge to do that, I knew I would need to find this time, whether it be in the morning or in the evening, where I can really get that time to do my workouts, to really invest in myself. Because during the time that we've been together, I've realized that working out is therapeutic. And I remember telling you I am a novice, like workout person. I don't know these terms. I didn't know what a burpee was.
You found out though.
Yes, I definitely found out that very first week. Right. But I went into it just like a rookie for sure. And I think for me, that very first week of getting that routine and knowing what I would need to do every day, as far as this is the time that I'm going to work out. And then I had the app of the Guzzo Fitness workouts that I needed to do. Everything was just set in stone for me. So I could just literally pick up my phone or my iPad, whatever I was using to do my workouts, and just do it. And I think after we got that down, the carb cycling and learning about macros and percentages, educating myself on those food terminology, those health and fitness terms, that's helped me in my success. Because in the past, when I would say like, yes, I watch what I eat, I definitely wasn't watching like the quantity, like the portions of it. So it didn't really help me with my weight loss either. So now that I had more of an awareness of what I'm exactly is too much, or like what my limit is, and that my fitness pal has helped, that's helped me become more successful in this journey together as well.
Right. So with that all, you were able to learn a lot. And I think that, we had a long conversation before this, and I think that is a testament right there that going off on your own is not going to be as scary as you think, because you did learn all that, right? You do know all that now, and you have experience in weeks. I would say you're pretty equipped, right? So you can take that and feel confident in that moving forward. But on top of that, you've come a long way. I mean, you've come a long way from where we were 16 weeks ago. And, with that in mind, what were your results after we worked together for that time?
Well, I definitely met my 20-pound weight loss goal before the 3 months that I wanted to do. So that was pretty mind-blowing. Hercules. And then in total, I've lost about 32 inches after we calculated it correctly, since I do have 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 thighs.
All right.
So I think for me, as far as inches go, the one when I actually saw like my waist, those progress photos from that was the first thing that I saw. I was like, oh my gosh, I can really see the inches gone on that. And the others took more time every 4 weeks when we'd measure, like, oh, it is going away. But I think I want to say less than 4 weeks in the program when I saw one of my progress photos and the waist was totally visible to me. I was like, oh my gosh, 100%. Something's working. 100%. Because I think when you are in this journey of trying to lose weight and you're really focused on like the scale and the pounds, you kind of forget too that sometimes the scale isn't everything. And when you become so used to seeing your becoming body, you kind of wonder, is it working? I am seeing the scale go down, but I still feel like I look the same. But then when you see the progress photos, you're like, whoa, Yes, it is working. I totally look different. So I needed those little reminders every now and then. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. And then at the end of it all, I've lost a little over 24 pounds in total. So pretty excited about that.
Yes, I'm very excited too. And if you guys see the progress photos, I'll put them somewhere, but it's insane. Like the change that you made is very, very significant in like the waist. And it looks great. Like you look night and day difference. And like you said, the workouts, everything that you've done, it shows. And it's rewarding for me as a coach to see that kind of success. Exactly where you kind of wanted to make the change, right? Because at the end of the day, if you come to me and you're like, oh, I want to look like this, and then you get like, smaller arms or a smaller back or whatever, and your stomach is still not where you want it to be, then I'm like, well, we lost weight, but we didn't lose it from the spots that you wanted to. So that's very exciting. And so I'm very proud of you for that, and I'm very excited to see that. But I guess at the end of the day, if someone was kind of watching this and maybe been following my content for a while, or they've known about my program, but they hadn't quite jumped in yet, they're on the fence about it. What would you tell them, if they were on the fence about joining the program, but wanted to?
Well, first off, I was one of those people, and it wasn't until I saw one of my best friend go through your program, go through your boot camp during quarantine, and it felt like, because I knew who she was, there was that personal connection. You've seen stories before, but when you actually know the person and you see them, it brings things to a whole different level. Like, oh my gosh, I need this for myself. And like we've talked about before, that whole mindset of doing something for myself was hard enough as taking that first step into this journey. So if you are struggling with putting yourself first, my advice to you is know that you are worth it, because you have value. And now that I can look 16 weeks into this future of this becoming who I am so glad and so proud, because you don't want to be that person. Because I've gone through that before too. We're like, oh, I should have done that. Don't do that to yourself, because who knows what you could be in those 16 weeks? Who knows what you could become? And you don't want to look back 16 weeks from now and be like, oh, that could have been me. No, you want to look into the future and think, this is me. I did it. And it just starts with realizing that you are worth it. You have a purpose. Whatever your dreams and goals might be for weight loss, for fitness, it is totally achievable, because Tyler gives you the support, the encouragement, the motivation, the accountability, and just this wholeness of just being a real person, and knowing that we all have our ups and downs. And part of this 16-week journey, it's a journey, and it's nothing that's worth fighting for happens overnight. Like, he makes you work for it, but in a great way. He makes you realize what you're capable of. And I've realized in this journey too, that I'm able to do things that I never really took much thought into. Where, like, before, when I was helping my husband on the farm, now I'm realizing I can carry like 5-gallon buckets hand in hand without like wincing, So
Hercules,
it's just those
yes.
little things that that start to show when you make this journey. But it all starts with realizing that you are worth it. So make that investment in yourself, because it's better to do it now than wishing 16 weeks from now that, what could I have been? And you don't want to have that mindset. Don't do the what could have, what ifs. Jump into the water. Just don't put your toes in.
I hear you. Well, I love it. Well, Elvina, thank you so much. I really appreciate you doing this, and I really appreciate you just as a person, as a friend, as a client, just doing your best throughout the program and getting these awesome results. And, like you said, it's been a journey. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Vina, for your time. And that's it. So thank you so much.